What's up, guys and gals? It's a new week and we're back, so let's chew the fat about anything and everything being released this week on Desura's weekly release highlights. From finding a man to defending your cubes, we've got a wide selection of games across multiple genres this week, so let's jump right in. Read in between the lines as you search for a path through words in JK Soft's release of Rabbit Hole 3D. A minimalistic gesture towards the arcade games of the past, Rabbit Hole 3D sets players loose as a cube in the midst of an audiobook which lusts to see you bust. Dodge angry letters like Paula Deen after a bender while hurtling in between sentences which comprise Lewis Carroll's Alice in Wonderland. Available now at a price of $1.99, Rabbit Hole 3D is available across the Windows, Mac, and Linux operating systems. Peace, prosperity, and a questionable contentedness had just settled in on the Cubic Kingdom. They had it all: preposterously expansive buffets, fancy britches, and a wide selection of well-crafted hats with one-size-fits-all expandable elastic bands. And then the worst happened. Cubes from neighboring kingdoms gathered together in force to flay and torch all that they held dear. In their last desperate hour, they elect you, noble sir, as their greatest hope. Under those pretenses, gamers are invited to play Destiny of the Cubes this week and indulge in RTS action based squarely around cubes, fighting great battles while assembling your castles to reign supreme over your neighbors. Early access to Destiny of the Cubes is available now at $6.99. Destiny of the Cubes is compatible with the Windows operating system. Stealing and dealing, revealing data has never been so appealing in Blue Button Games' first-person puzzler Polarity. Putting players in control of a data thief set out for personal gain in the fast lane of the information highway, duck and dodge hazards while managing your personal polarity to advance through tricky puzzles. Rotating rooms and surreal objective placement create a world in which players will often find themselves in a disorienting array of predicaments. Available now for the PC, Polarity can be purchased for $4.99. When enemy hordes leave you weeping for your teepees, it's time to up the ante and make sure they never come back. Combining tower defense and real-time components into a pleasant pastry of modestly proposed strategy gaming, Selknam Defense arrives on the Desura service this week. Developed by Bad Games, but daring to be anything but, Selknam Defense combines all manner of delightful defenders with which to decimate dozens of do-batters. Ensure your people's survival across 24 levels, each with their own selection of nasty baddies to beat. Available now for the Mac and PC, gamers can get in on the Selknam Defense for $2.99. It's not easy being squishy on the inside, and no one knows that better than Gene, a gooey alien stuck in a world full of nasty hazards. The self-titled project of Rabby C, Gene run-and-jump platformer is a mixed and matched selection of massive platforming worlds to explore through the use of various mutations. Unlike the debacle that followed my unfortunate bathroom malfunction in the 3rd grade, Gene finds it easy to change on a whim, and through the combination of a number of unique powers can work his way slowly through the huge world ahead. Available for $8.99 on the Windows platform, Gene run-and-jump platformer is available now. Being the fancy lady that I am, I enjoy a good whining and dining as much as anybody else. However, given my feminine predispositions, I feel like the gaming industry has always left me in the shadows, but not anymore. Enter Spirited Heart Complete, a fantasy life simulation game which drives players to find a man and earn some cash before they reach the final stop in life, turning 30. Manage your job and relationships to land a man, and if at all possible, guarantee you'll spend the rest of your days mashing out screwdrivers on a tropical island somewhere. Available for the Windows, Mac, and Linux operating system, Spirited Heart Complete is available for $24.99. Robotic brigands are at it again, and it's up to you to recover the lost data crystals before all is lost. The only thing standing in your way? Loads and loads of robots hell-bent on destroying your collection drone before you can gather the crystals for yourself. A shooter which creates a crafty cocktail of both action and puzzling predicaments, players must use their gun to recreate levels such that the robots are crushed, burned, and spurned while allowing your collection drone to reach the objective. And while it might be mentally draining maintaining and rearranging levels, the game still manages to balance challenge and reward accordingly. Available for $2.99, TrapThem remote control can be purchased for the Windows operating system. The page is blank, and so it's time to thank all of you for being here this week as we show off all the new games that are available on the Desura service. If you find yourself red-faced and wanting more, be sure to like and subscribe to be kept up to date on all the latest games and goodies being released. For an even more in-depth selection of video games across all platforms, check out our website listed in the description below. As always, thank you for joining us here at Desura's weekly release highlights, and we will see you next week.